Linus Torvalds, Just for Fun, the story of an accidental revolutionary. Enter the captivating world of Linus Torvalds, as he takes readers through his captivating journey in Just for Fun, the story of an accidental revolutionary. From his early days as an introverted computer enthusiast in Finland to the creation of Linux, an open-source operating system that has since transformed the technological landscape, this summary provides an insightful and engaging peek into Torvalds' personal life and the beginnings of an accidental revolution. Prepare to explore key themes such as the Unix operating system, the open-source philosophy, and the growth of Linux as its community spans the globe.
The birth of a computing genius. Linus Torvalds, a Finnish-born Swede, was a child prodigy in math and physics but struggled with social interactions. His interest was piqued when his grandfather introduced the first computer he ever saw, a Commodore VIC-20, to their home. Despite its limited capacity, Torvalds began working passionately with the computer and started writing programs with BASIC. As a teenager, he became exclusively fixated on this computer, teaching himself machine language and finding exhilaration in pushing the computer's limits. Torvalds' passion for computing allowed him to become a successful computing genius, later inventing the Linux operating system. The origin of Linux. At age 16 or 17, Linus Torvalds acquired the Sinclair QL, one of the first 32-bit machines available for home use, after exhausting the possibilities of the Commodore. Torvalds used QDOS operating system to write programming tools which created extra memory modules and a faster editor, and cloned the games he played on the Commodore using his programs. Torvalds acquired his first PC in college, which was based on Andrew S. Tannenbaum's operating systems, design and implementation book, and he ran Minix on it as well. Torvalds loved the Unix system and its 6 basic processes or system calls, used to make the operating system act, and decided to start on the hardware level with the BIOS instead of using Minix. Linus Torvalds learned about open-source philosophy, which is now at the heart of the Linux system, at a conference at the Polytechnic University of Helsinki in Espoo, where he heard Richard Stallman discuss the General Public License (GPL) approach to licensing software, based on the caveat that the source code must be made available to the public. The birth of Linux. A young programmer named Torvalds becomes captivated by the power of programming, specifically operating systems. He begins creating his own operating system using Unix's clean and simple design as inspiration. His creation, initially called FreeAxe, is later named Linux by a teaching assistant who invites Torvalds to share it on the Helsinki University of Technology's website. This marks the beginning of the Linux system's spread. The rise of Linux. In 1991, Linux began as a personal project by a software developer named Linus Torvalds. As feedback from other developers came in, Torvalds fixed bugs and continued to upload new versions. By 1992, he made Linux available under the GPL open source standards, allowing those who licensed the software to feed improvements back to the licensor and user community. With the addition of a windowing project, Linux gained its first graphics interface and enabled networking. Linux grew in popularity, and Torvalds overcame his fear of public speaking to give speeches at conferences. The philosophy of open source allowed for the growth and improvement of technology while creating a community driven by a shared passion for innovation. The journey of Linux creator. In 1994, Linus Torvalds released version 1.0 of Linux and created a significant buzz in the tech industry. Finding himself in demand, he began to speak about the open-source philosophy and gradually gained the attention of big companies like Novell and Apple. Further developments led to Linux version 1.2, which made it possible to run on processors produced by Intel, Digital, and Sunday. The symbol of a penguin was also adopted as the Linux logo after Torvalds got bit by one on a trip to Australia. In 1997, Linus and his wife, Tove, left Finland for California with their first daughter. Torvalds felt it was time for a change and a new challenge, but he had already established his legacy as a trailblazing innovator. Rise of Linux. In 1998, Linux gained momentum when Sun Microsystems became the first major hardware vendor to support it. IBM followed by selling and supporting Linux's Apache for web servers. Linux quickly gained popularity and became a growing competitor to Microsoft and Apple. Linux's open-source approach, promoting continuous technological improvements while making companies less greedy, is one reason for its success. However, it also resulted in no single official version of Linux. Though, Torvalds' version is known to be the de facto official version. This faith is crucial for the system's continued support. Linus Torvalds, a programmer at Transmeta in Silicon Valley, struck a deal with them to work on Linux both at the office and at home. Today, Linux has millions of users and all of it started at a desk of a teenage nerd in Finland.
Linus Torvalds' remarkable life story in Just for Fun, the story of an accidental revolutionary, showcases the profound impact the Linux operating system has had on the world of technology. In creating an open-source system that shifts the focus away from corporate greed, Linux continues to thrive and evolve with the support of a worldwide community of users. Not only does this book offer an engaging account of the personal and professional endeavors of Linus Torvalds, but it also highlights the power of collaboration and the limitless potential of the software world, when unrestricted by traditional barriers. Through the eyes of a computer programmer turned revolutionary, readers are reminded of the importance of simple yet groundbreaking ideas and the resounding impact they can have on society.